Hi, my name is Colleen McNulty. This is Keisha Dykes and Alexandra Pellerman. We're from the William Carey School of Pharmacy, and we're here to talk to you today about poison.
I'm going to start with the epidemiology of poison overdoses in the United States. And Colleen will talk to you about poisons in your backyard.
And I will talk to you about some household poisons, and we'll finish up with what to do if you encounter a poisoning.
So what is poison? It is something that can make you sick or hurt you if you eat it, touch it, smell it, taste it, or just ingest it. It can be a solid, something that's chewable like pills or batteries, plants and berries. It can be a liquid, it can be extremely creamy or blobby or even like water, such as household cleaners and antifreeze and cough syrup or oil. Or it could be invisible. It could be anywhere where there is something burning. It can come in pretty colors, it can come in many shapes and sizes, and it can taste really, really good. So, children below the age of 6 most commonly ingest personal care products and household cleaners. Why? It's shiny, it's very pretty. Children between the ages of 6 and 12 mostly ingest foreign bodies such as toys or plants. And teenagers between the ages of 13 and 19 commonly ingest over-the-counter products or prescription medications and sometimes illicit drugs. In 2017, U.S. Poison Control had nearly 2.12 million human poison exposure calls. Most of them were from children between 1 and 2 years of age. That's roughly one poison exposure every 14.9 seconds. Now, let's talk about poisons in your backyard.
This is Ricinus communis. It's the castor oil plant. It may be a small bush or even a tree, and it has beautiful purple or green leaves. Leaves and seed pods contain ricin, an incurable poison for which there is no antidote. Amanita phalloides, the death cat mushroom. These mushrooms are white with a cap with a greenish tint, but color varies. They are often mistaken for the edible straw mushrooms. These can be found on your lawn or ditch or near the roots of trees. They contain amatoxin, a very potent toxin that causes liver failure. If you have ingested this mushroom, by the time that you feel symptoms, your liver has already been damaged, and even if treated promptly, you may die. It only takes half of one mushroom to kill an adult human. In fact, several members of a Mississippi family died a few years ago from eating these mushrooms. Milk thistle extract is a common antidote. They also use N-acetylcysteine to try and halt liver damage. Phytolacca americana, the pokeberry. These look like a tasty fruit, but only a small handful of these or a few leaves of the plant are enough to kill a child. There is no antidote, but supportive care measures include IV fluids, chest x-ray, gastric lavage or charcoal, and breathing support. Atropa belladonna, or deadly nightshade. The nightshade family of plants, more often than not, produces poisonous fruits. There are a few exceptions, such as eggplants and tomatoes. These little fruits look like tiny black tomatoes, but they are very poisonous. Ingestion of these results in an anticholinergic syndrome, dry mouth, fast heart rate, seizures, hallucinations, and disorientation. This is a very serious condition, treatable with physostigmine and hemodynamic monitoring, including invasive arterial catheterization, intubation, and respiratory support. Solanum carolinens, the wild tomato. This plant is also from the nightshade family, and it results in similar symptoms of anticholinergic syndrome. Just remember to tell your children, there are no edible wild tomatoes. Treatment is similar as with belladonna. The goal is to treat the symptoms with fluid therapy and activated charcoal via stomach tube, as well as giving physostigmine, the antidote for atropine. Atropine is the cardinal anticholinergic, so using physostigmine as an antidote in this case makes sense. Now that we have pointed out all the sources of potential poisoning in your backyard, Alexandra is going to talk to you about the poisons that could be lurking in your cupboards. Stay tuned.
should you look for when childproofing your home for poisons? Detergent pods, which are bright and colorful, resemble candies that should be kept out of reach from children. Kids often have easy access to cabinets where household cleaners and other hazardous liquids could be found. These often can be mistaken for drinks, such as sports drinks and fruit juices. Personal care items such as cosmetics, perfumes, and hair care products are often in easy reach of children and tend to smell nice, giving them even more potential to cause harm. Medicines often look like different types of candies. Nicotine gum can often be mistaken for regular gum. Sugar-coated tablets look very similar to Tic Tacs. Along the same lines, gummy medicines, vitamins, and medications that are chewable or in lozenge form all present risk of accidental child ingestion. These adult doses of medications can be fatal. So what do you do if you think your child has ingested any of these plants, household items, or medications? Call Poison Control at 1-800-222-1222. They might give you the following advice. For inhaled poisons, get fresh air. For poisons on the skin, be sure to remove clothing and wash the affected area. For poisons in the eye, run lukewarm water over the eyes for 20 minutes, but don't force the eyes open. Just simply scoop water into the eyes and try and remove as much of the irritant as possible. For swallowed poisons, do not make the person vomit, drink, or eat unless the poison expert tells you so. This is the key. Do not do any of these things unless Poison Control tells you. Call them first. Before you call Poison Control, be sure to gather some important information, such as the age, weight, and condition of the victim, time that poison was ingested, possible amount of poison ingested. If a plant was eaten, describe which part of the plant was ingested, such as a leaf, seed, or berry, and be sure to bring a sample of the possible poison with you to the ER. So now that you know what to do if you encounter a poisoning, Colleen and Keisha are going to finish with a few more tips.
So how do you keep your children safe? Store your medications and vitamins away every time you're finished. Make sure the safety cap is locked tight. Teach your children about medication safety. This is a medicine. It's not a candy. We cannot take more than one, and we can only take it when we need it. Tell guests about medication safety, such as grandfather or aunt coming to visit with their medications. Be prepared in case of an emergency.
And program the Poison Control phone number in your phone. 1-800-222-1222. Another way to increase safety in your household is to buy safer products. Let's go green. So when shopping for alternatives, look for the Green Seal, the EPA Global Seal, or Environmental Choice Seal.
Well, now that you know what kind of plants and chemicals to look out for,
And what to do if your child is poisoned.
If you have any questions, feel free to comment below on this video. And as always, be safe!